Hello guys, I'm back here again with another prediction. This time for UFC Fight Night, Sergio Pettis versus Moreno. Just gonna be a quick prediction because I'm doing this like less than an hour from the main event. Not the main event, less than an hour before the event even starts. So it's gonna be a quick one. Well, I don't know really. I'm not really too familiar with all the fighters on this card to be honest. So I'm just gonna pick some the ones that I am the fighters that like, for the. I'm gonna pick for the fights that I'm familiar with. The fighters in those events. So the first fight that I gonna predict is Rashad Evans versus Sam Alvey. And by me picking Rashad Evans, you already know I'm picking Rashad Evans. It's not gonna be an easy fight. And where Rashad is at right now, we don't know how the fight could turn out. Sam Alvey has a good chin. Rashad's chin never was good, and it's just worse now. His skills seem to regress. His confidence seems to regress. So, and with his confidence gone, it's like maybe his skills may be improving. It's just that he's just not clicking. So Sam Alvin's not really that great a fighter. He's like really C tier really. Rashad was once top class, but so in this fight with focus, Sam Alvin comes from a Team Quest which has a lot of good wrestlers over there. So Sam Alvin can not going to be a fish out of water to wrestling. He's going to be able to handle it and be able to negate a lot of Rashad's wrestling if Rashad doesn't set it up well. But I think, and plus with his chin, he'll be in exchanges. Rashad would be the one in more danger. Sam Alvey able to land a punch. He can't. Rashad to be wary of that when trading. That Sam Alvey can take his punches, but Rashad can't take anybody's punches right now. But then again, Rashad has only been knocked out by harder hitters than Sam Alvey at a higher weight class and much better strikers than Sam Alvey. So in this fight, Rashad has to be wary of Sam Alvey's power, respect his chin. But I think Rashad will be able to be still going to be the quicker fighter, still the more experienced, still overall 10 times better than garbage Sam Alvey. So I think that Rashad should be able to mix it up, land some hard punches, and actually set up his takedowns, and then that should be able to work and be able to learn from this fight. And plus, he needs this fight, so he'll probably come in really well trained and be able to push a hard pace that Sam Alvey can't keep up for 3 rounds. And either grind the I'm gonna say he'll grind out his way to decision. I don't think he'll get a finish just yet, but he'll grind out a decision and just get back on winning streak and get back on a winning track, and then eventually I don't know, find his mojo and get to where he should be at in this division, around the top 10, top 5 area, and being a contender. And then the next fight I'm gonna predict for is Jouban versus Nico Price. I think in this fight that it's interesting. I think Nico Price striking pretty like doesn't have the best striking. He has good size on him. I don't think he's all that tall, but he's kind of got some weight on him, got some strength on him, and he's a grappler. So his punches and striking is like not really good, but he has enough power that could be respectable, and he has wrestling and grappling. But I think Alan Jouban is like a much more well-rounded fighter. His striking is far superior. He should be able to take advantage of that on the feet, and he should be able to also for much better competition as well. So I don't know. I see this as like a finish for Jouban. I think Alan Jouban negate some of his wrestling and start attacking to the body, wearing him down. His takedowns will become more apparent as his body gets worn down with strikes. I think Alan Jouban just will take his head off and finish him in the second round with TKO strikes. And the next one, the co-main event, Ronda Marcos versus Alexa Grasso. I think a good fight, interesting fight. A young prospect, Alexa Grasso, who was supposed to come in and just kind of just fly through the division and become a contender, but she got upset by Felice Herring in her last fight. But I think Alexa Grasso has the size, the youth, better striking than Ronda Marcos, maybe not better grappling. So it's kind of interesting. And I think Ronda Marcos, with her experience and her grit, she can make this interesting fight and potentially just take it from the younger Alexa Grasso. But in this fight, I'm going to pick Alexa Grasso by decision just because I think she has the better striking. She pushes a higher pace. And even the stuff that Ronda Marcos will present, I think she'll be well trained for it and be able to not fall into Ronda Marcos' game. And she'll be able to pull out a decision. It'll be some close rounds, but I think Alexa Grasso will pull out towards the end of the second and just run away with the fight by the third round. And then in the main event, Brandon Moreno versus Sergio Pettis. A good fight. I think Sergio Pettis' chin is not the best. He has superior. His striking is very far superior to Brandon Moreno's. Far superior as far as technical wise. It's technically he's far superior in striking, but his chin's not that good. His striking defense isn't that good. He's a shorter fighter, and Brandon Moreno's awkward style and pressure should be able to break the gap between, or bridge the gap between their skill and striking. And if he could touch Pettis, no matter if his striking that much inferior or less than Sergio Pettis striking, if he touches you, it's gonna negate all that skill. I think he can definitely push a higher pace. I think in gritty fights, I think he'll definitely have the advantage over Sergio Pettis, who probably would prefer to have the fight clean and be able to hit with strikes, control the distance, control that pace, and just pull out a decision or finish. Whatever the case is, Sergio Pettis wants this fight to be clean. Where Brandon Moreno could win this fight cleanly or aggressively. He has more ways to. Well, he's more comfortable in all the areas of the fight. But I'm gonna make a kind of a not bold, but Sergio Pettis not the favorite, so I'm gonna make a pick that's sort of bold. I don't know the word I'm trying to look for, but I'm gonna make the pick that Sergio Pettis will win this one. I think that Brandon Moreno will definitely have his moments, and he'll definitely keep the fight interesting the whole time because of the threats he presents. I think his grappling's better. I think he's bigger. I think has a better chin and has more gritty and should be able to make it dirty. But I think Sergio Pettis will be able to survive some of those exchanges, keep it technical, maybe tag him a couple times, and then each fight will have their moments. But I think Sergio Pettis will be able to survive these moments and keep the fight clean in his range for most of the fight, so that he can rack up a lot of points, land a lot of clean hits. And then by the time the decision comes, I say it'll be in his favor, regardless of the moments that Brandon Moreno has. And that completes my prediction for this card. Peace, peace, peace.